Buddy,
people walking around out here. We have no idea how talented they truly
it's
are.
a time.
I'm talking about talent, like some God-given
Time to do
ability,
some cardio.
talent that sometimes you have to hone,
Hmm.
you have to work on, you have to harness yourself.
Keep it simple.
And they just walk around on their phones, just clueless to how powerful they are.
Conor McGregor. Conor, you've been dreaming about this moment. You've been talking about this moment. Honestly, though, does it feel the way you thought it would?
Yeah, it does. It feels beautiful. I dreamt this so much, so clearly, so precisely, and so frequently that it has manifested itself into reality. That's what I'm feeling right now. It's a dream come true. When you hit the soft part of the face, you actually don't feel nothing. It's an unusual kind of feeling. So the fact I hit it and he was on the floor, and when you hit it clean, you don't feel it. It's nice. It's soft.
99% of people in the world are convinced that they're incapable of achieving great things, so they aim for the mediocre. The level of competition is thus fiercest for realistic goals, paradoxically making them the most time and energy consuming. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think.
But when you put that practice in every day, you lace them up. Not me, Brian. It's just a metaphor for life. You lace them fuckers up every day. Pretty soon you win. Pretty soon you'll fuck them. If you have the courage and the heart and the dedication and the mindset, but everybody will fuck themselves. I know what I know. I've listened to myself enough to know I know what I know. None of you can hear what I'm hearing. And that's what people don't do enough of. They don't listen to their journey. They listen to everybody else's shit. Before you know it, I'm crazy. But I'm so fucking crazy. You're not looking at the truth in front of you. The truth in front of you is it sucks. It's painful. It's fucking mind-numbing. And that is the truth. And that's why a lot of people don't like listening to me. Because this is what it takes. Creating another voice and sometimes going at it alone. All the time going at it alone. Because no one's going to believe you. To those who have everything, more will be given. From those who have nothing, everything will be taken. It's like what's very pessimistic in some sense, because it means that as you start to fail, you fail more and more rapidly. But it also means that as you start to succeed, you succeed more and more rapidly. And so you take an incremental step, and well, now you could lift 55 pounds instead of 52.5 pounds. You think, well, what the hell is that? It's like, it's one step on a very long journey. And so it starts to compound on you. So a small step today puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. And then that puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. You do that for 2 or 3 years, man, you're starting to stride.
Be the hero anyone can do. We live in unique times. We live in one of the rarest times in human history where you can choose almost all of the input that comes your way. Whether it's the movies that you watch, the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, you can choose to be inspired. Do that. Do that. And be the hero of your own movie. No, it's not a disaster. You learn something from everything, right? I learned a lot about myself through it. And don't get me wrong, the work was great. Like, it's not like I was coming into the gym being lazy and half-assed. Like, it was almost, like I said to you, it was almost too intense and too serious, working too hard in the gym, and then not working hard enough outside. Because that's a big part of it as well. You know what I mean? You've got to be focused outside, because then the next day rolls around, and if you aren't focused when you left the gym, and then it's time to go back, you're not as sharp, you're not as fresh, you're not as eager to be there. And that's what kept happening to me. And I just eventually didn't want to be there. And then I'd get there, and then I'd have the scrap, and then I'd off and go again. And it is what it is. Everything's a lesson. And some parts of it were enjoyable, though. You know, I do love a good scrap. I just got to stay focused outside the gym. That's it.
One of the greatest success principles of all time is called the law of accumulation. This law says that everything great and worthwhile in human life is an accumulation of hundreds and sometimes thousands of tiny efforts and sacrifices that nobody ever sees or appreciates. This law says that everything accumulates over time, that you may have to put in many, many tiny efforts that nobody sees or appreciates before you achieve anything worthwhile. It's like a snowball. A snowball starts off very small, but it grows as it adds millions and millions of tiny snowflakes and continues to grow as it gathers momentum, turning into an avalanche that takes the whole mountain in front of it.
You gotta be selfish. I don't give a fuck. This the
It's the sacrifice, but without great sacrifice and without great risk, there is no such thing as great reward. Can't have one. That doesn't. There's no. That math will never math. You know what I'm saying? You have to have, and I don't like this word, but I'm gonna say it because it's true. You have to be a little maniacal with it. Maniac, right? That word isn't good in a lot of situations, but when you're pursuing your destiny, when you identify with your destiny, you have to be selfish, you have to be maniacal, you have to be uncompromising. And you have to move in a way when it comes to those three things, when you function completely in a way where it's an unwavering faith.
There's always a thread of where you are to where you desire to be at, no matter in what situation. There's never not a way, or else you wouldn't feel it, or else you wouldn't have a desire for it. It wouldn't even be in your consciousness. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a desire to go to Saturn because that's just not in my thing, right? But I have a desire to, the things that I've had the desire to, I always knew that there was a way. So I always know that no matter what opportunity you're in, against the impossible odds, or against odds, whatever it is, you always have your way to get to where you are. There's always a thread leading you, and there are maybe multiple threads. So never be down and out and think that it's impossible. It's really not. I mean, Mission Impossible is a movie where he defines impossible missions, but my point is, it's like, there's nothing that's impossible for you. It's all meant for you, and it's up to you.
Many people do not take the risks that are necessary to move out of their comfort zone because they're afraid it won't work out. But the fact is that until you move out of the comfort zone and get the experience from making the mistakes, it's not possible for you to grow and become capable of earning the kind of money that you desire. Now, here's the key to the law of accumulation. This law says that everything counts. Everything that you do counts. The biggest mistake that people make is they think that only what they want to count counts. No. When you read a book, when you listen to an audio program, when you go to a course, when you go to bed early, get up early, and work, it all counts. And it's all going on the plus side of your ledger. But when you watch television, waste time, hang out, fool around, and so on, all of that counts as well. And it's going on the negative side of your ledger.
If you play it safe, you're going to exist. You only get to live when you take risks. Ain't no living in safety. You can't be the man if you don't jump. You can't be top dog unless you fight the other dog. Ain't nobody finna give you the championship. You don't win the title without coming to the fight. You don't win the fight without training. The jump is necessary. It's like I said in the video. Every successful person I ever know has jumped. Why would you not? See, you have this opportunity. All of us have opportunities in life. And it's going to require a decision that we have to make to go for it or stay still. Listen to me, more money. Listen to me, better relationship. Listen to me, a better life. Woo! That moment, if you want this moment for the rest of your life, like if you ready to take your game to the next level, in whatever it is, sports, life, business, whatever it is, health, listen to me very closely. You got to change that mindset. So I told you, my boy Shannon Austin said something deep to me. He said, E.T., I told my son, forget what your coach said. We're not just taking 100 shots. Woo! He said, look, I told my son, we're not taking 100 shots. We making 100 shots. That's mindset. That's mindset. That's the difference between the average and the good and the great and the phenomenal. Is their mindset. Got to go up in there and wrestle with it. Will it be easy? No. Will it be challenging? Yes. A friend of mine who's going into recovery. He's been addicted to crack cocaine for years and alcohol. He's talking about how challenging it was and why he was dreading going into cold turkey. I said, what do you want me to tell you? That it's going to be a picnic? No, it's not. It's going to kick your butt? Yes, it is.
Are you going to want to die? Yes, that's a part of it. But that's just what you must go through in order to get where you want to go. And guess what? You are strong enough to do it.
I appreciate that, but maybe you're looking out for your interests just a little bit more. I mean, you shouldn't be asking people to come down here and pay the freight on something they paid. It still ain't good enough. I mean, you think that's right? I mean, maybe you're doing your job, but why you got to stop me from doing mine? Because if you're willing to go through all the battle you got to go through to get to where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? I mean, maybe some of you guys got something you never finished, something you really want to do, something you never said to somebody, something. And you're told no, even after you pay your dues. Who's got the right to tell you that? Who? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no after you earn the right to be where you want to be and do what you want to do. You know, the older I get, the more things I got to leave behind. That's life.
If I do 5 pull-ups in a minute for so many hours, I can get so many pull-ups in. How much time do I have to rest? I was breaking the math down. You have to be open-minded to the possibilities that I can do this. Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no way it can happen. So that's why my eyes and my body light up about things, because I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of you. That's what I realized. I was never breaking the soul of anything in front of me. So that's why I came up with the thing called Taking Souls in my book. I started to devise ways to break a soul of a human being, of an object, of whatever's in front of me. If you keep on attacking something, nothing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. Nothing.
Day after day after day, grind after grind, airport after airport, driving mile after mile. E.T., aren't you tired? Yes, I might be. I don't know. E.T., aren't you ready to take a break? Yes, I might be, but listen to me. I can't. Why? Because I grind for Jalen. I grind for Jada. I grind for Dee Dee. I grind for my mother. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I grind for Vanessa. I hustle for. So the days I want to hit that alarm clock, I think about my why. I can't quit. My son, $25,000 a year. I can't stop. He counting on me. My daughter, I can't quit. I can't stop. I can't get tired. I can't give up. I can't give in. My mama counting on me. My wife is counting on me. Listen to me. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, when you ain't got nothing left in your tank, you got to think about the people in your life that you're doing this for. And then if you could think about them, you could go one more mile. You could go one more day at work. You can find a scholarship. So you're always fighting that motherfucker. Even though you beat it, you never truly beat it. So when they get on stage and they're talking to Joe Rogan, it's not even real. It's not even real. All those mornings that you want to fucking get up and I look at it as like a fucking like a rock. And you find this fucking rock and that rock is you. And every day you fucking fight not wanting to get up. And you do anyway. You chip another piece off that fucking rock. And every day you eat the right foods. And every day you go to train. You train harder and harder and harder and harder. And you get up earlier. And all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're chipping another fucking piece of that rock up. Before you know it, you get this beautiful fucking piece of artwork that you built. But people don't. And then once you get there, you see it. It becomes real. Like, oh my God, we did this shit. And so like the fucking journey becomes so real that so many people aren't willing to fucking chip away at that stone that is them to start chipping off those fucking rough edges. Without 2 parents, without a network, without being with a crew. Like, don't nobody know Eric Thomas. I'm like, it ain't no circle that you like E.T. in that circle. Now, where did I come from? I came from the grind. Every day I put in the grind reward. So don't you ever think for 1 second that if you put in the work, you're not going to get the reward. You're going to put it in, but you got to do me a favor. When I come out here and look at this crowd, Eric didn't get this crowd in 5 years. He's been doing this for 30 years. 30 years is what it takes to get this. And you're looking to get this in 5 months. And it don't work like that. So listen to me very closely. I love you. I just came to be an example to show you that you can get it done. That anything is possible. I'm just a living example that anything is possible. If you put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. You can write your own narrative. You can die on your terms.
Attracting energy and chasing energy. Well, like I said, when you're chasing something, you're already implementing the energy of it running away from you. You know what I mean? And not to say you can't get it, but it's a lot of effort to chase something. It's like even police on a high-speed chase, it's like they might have to crash into other cars and they're chasing you. And when you attract something, it's you are using the powers that have been granted to you from God, the universe, whatever you call it or believe in, of it magnetizing to you. And you have that power. It's been the power that's been, we use it on small levels every day. Even if you just set it into, hey, today I need to take a shower. That's literally, you set a goal, you did it, it's done. You can do that on a scale of anything that happens. Some things may take a lot more time than others.
I wish I could tell you something else. I wish I could tell you tired, go take a break. I wish I could tell you tired, rest for a year. I wish I could tell you that it's going to get easier. I wish I could tell you it's going to get easier. I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's going to get lighter. The weight is going to get lighter. I wish I could tell you that, but that's not the truth. The truth is you got to find something within. You got to find something within, and that's got to push you, and that's got to elevate you, and that's got to drive you, and that's got to move you. And when you find out what your why is, and your why got to be deeper than you, when you find your why, you don't hit snooze no more. When you find your why, you find a way to make it happen. So let me just say this to you. If it was easy, boo, everybody would win the Rose Bowl. If it was easy, boo, everybody would be a national champion. Everybody would be a millionaire or a billionaire. Everybody company would blow up. Everybody would get a 4-year degree, a master's degree. Everybody would have a medical degree or a PhD or a law degree. If it was easy.
Your body of knowledge is a result of hundreds, perhaps thousands of small pieces of information. Any person with a large knowledge base has spent thousands of hours building that knowledge base, one piece, one idea at a time. And what you see when you meet the individual is an expert in his or her field with that high level of knowledge that makes him very valuable in the marketplace.
Do not overestimate the competition, underestimate yourself. I think if you're the sort of person who is regularly surprised by how well things go, that's maybe a good indication that could be about you. And basically, I think I'm certain that most capable people don't believe in themselves enough. And a lack of confidence killed more dreams than a lack of competence ever did. You can kind of think of confidence as a speed limiter that's on your system. You have capacity for more, but your self-doubt limits your ability to chase it. And it causes you to avoid taking risks, which means that you move more slowly than your competition. And it encourages you to criticize your performance, even when you do well, which derogates your motivation. It makes you compare yourself to other people's achievements, making you feel inferior by comparison. Basically, your mind is not helping you here. Placing insatiable demands on your performance doesn't drive more. It doesn't help you to get there. It just makes you despondent and never feeling satisfied, even with a job well done.
Yeah, from nothing to something to everything. So that's where I am right now.
When you have something you want to do, if you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given you to do, and you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people or trying to get their approval, what will happen is that you will lose your nerve. And other people will convince you that what you're doing doesn't have any value, and you'll give up on your dream. It's an interesting thing about life, I've also found, that if you don't have the courage to act, sometimes and particularly, if you have something special to do, life will move on you.
The fear is never reaching your potential. That's it. But always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
It could have been great.
Somebody came up to, they said, E.T., man, I'm tired, E.T. I'm tired, E.T. I put in the work, E.T. I'm not seeing the results, E.T. I'm ready to give up, E. I'm ready to give in, E. Come on, E. I did what you told me to do. I read the book you told me to read. I put in the hours you told me to put in. E, I'm doing it, and I'm not seeing anything. Listen to me closely. Listen to me closely. When you get to the point where enough is enough, when you get to the point where it hurt real bad, when you get to the point you can't take it no more, when you get to that point, I'm telling you, I can't explain it to you. But doors start opening, opportunities start happening. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit during the process. You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. What you got to do is you heard it, you read it. I sent it out on Twitter. I told you, champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank. That's the difference between the greats.
You know, one of my favorite quotes is, every day I wake up, I'm one day closer to death. So what you going to do with the time you got left? It's like, understand that this is our time right now. The moment is now. These moments, we only have the moment. So a lot of us live in the future and a lot of us live in the past. And that's something that we have to get out of the habit of. And I think when you accept where you are, you're kind of letting go of that and making an action plan to putting your attention on your intention. And you, of course, you have an idea of where you would like to be, but God doesn't always give us what we want. God gives us what we need. And sometimes those are the same thing and sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
And it all works out, you know.
You stuck. You cannot move forward. You heard me tell the story with the lion and gazelle. You still stuck. You're a gazelle. You are a gazelle. You need something to motivate you. What happens to the gazelle when the lion ain't chasing him? What happens is nothing. He stops running. Why? Because he always needs something external to motivate him. I'm gonna show you this right quick. I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna get you out of here. I told you the story. Now I gotta visually show it. You see, this is why I work. This is why I grind. This is why I work. This is why I grind. This is why I work. This is why I grind. This is why I hustle.
It don't matter how fucked up that might look. It don't matter how much you feel like it ain't gonna work. Delusion. Complete delusion. You gotta believe the delusion. Because it's only delusional until it works. So is it really delusional? A motherfucker only gonna call it delusion until it don't work for nobody else to see, but for the whole world to see. And then once the world see it, there's nothing delusional about it. Now your delusion becomes, oh, he was a fucking genius. We didn't see it when he saw it. We didn't understand it when he did. We thought this motherfucker was crazy. But he definitely always figured this thing was the thing to do, and he stuck by that shit.
A person who has a great life by the law of accumulation is a person who's accumulated far more credits, more pluses on the credit side than debits on the debit side. And here's an important point. If what you are doing is not moving you towards your goals, then it's probably moving you away from your goals. Nothing is neutral. Everything that you're doing is either moving you toward the things that you want to accomplish in life, the person you want to be, the wealth you want to accumulate, or it's moving you away. Everything counts. The law of accumulation says that everything counts.
You get on the bus, you go eat like you all of that in a bag of chips, but you give me 80%. Listen to me, as a man, when somebody gives you something, it is your responsibility not only to keep it where it was, but if you true that beast, if you true that dog, everybody want to be a beast until it's time to do a real beast thing. Everybody want to go to 12-0. Everybody want 15-0. You won't go to no school. You probably go to a D1 school that's barely a D1 school, and they sitting up there talking about we going to the championship. Everybody, I've never seen a team go, we number 3. Three, what up? We number 5. Every team I've ever seen said they was what? Till it was time to make a commitment. Till it was time to grind. Till it was time to get up and practice at 3 o'clock in the morning before everybody was practicing.
So having this opportunity is like standing on a cliff with this gift God got for you packed on your back in a parachute pack. Now, while you're standing on this cliff, you see people soaring by, going on vacations, having a summer home, opening a business, climbing the corporate ladder, being what they've always wanted to be, getting the job or the career they dream. You see people. That's a neighbor down the street. They get a new car every 2 years. How the hell they getting a new car every 2 years? What are they doing down there? You know, and you see all of this people just sailing by because they jumped. The only way you get to sail by with your parachute is you have to jump. If you don't jump, if you don't take that chance, you're never going to be what you see out there sailing. Now, the problem with jumping, there is a problem. And there's nothing I can do to safeguard you from this. When you jump, I guarantee you this, parachute is not going to open right away. And that's why most people won't jump, because it's the fear of falling.
When it's over, when they're tired, when they're frustrated, when they're ready to give up, when they spent their last dime, that's when they get started. Are you hearing me? It's when you have nothing left. It's when you depleted all your money, when all your energy gone, when you have nothing left. That's when it's showtime. When you find a way out of no way, when you find breath that you don't have, when you find energy that did not exist, when you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way.
Look, I'm sorry your life turned out so bad, but don't blame me. You messed it up yourself. You just focused on the bad stuff when all you had to do was let go of the past and keep moving forward.
What you don't want is you don't want to be in your 50s, in your 60s facing death, you know, because your days are numbered. Who knows how long you're going to live. And you're going to go, damn it, I could have done something with my life. When I was a child, I had these dreams. I thought I was going to be really great at it. And I never realized it. I went off on these other paths. I was lost. I thought I was happy, but I never really fulfilled any of those childhood dreams or those fantasies. You know, it's a terrible, terrible feeling, and I want people to avoid that. As long as it's something that engages you, that's connected to that child that you were, it's something that you love, and that you can create these challenges for you.
A lot of us have a horrible mentality at work. We go to work, we put all these negative things in our brains, and it starts to cap our potential. We cap our potential by saying we're giving 100%. No one's really giving 100%. Usually you're giving 40% because that governor is stopping you. You feel pain, you feel suffering, you feel discomfort, you stop right there. Everybody has a wall in their mind. It's a wall, and it stops us from going further. Most walls have a door or a window. You have to find that. You have to have the courage to find that. And once you open that door or that window, you'll realize how much further you can go. And you're going to continue hitting doors and windows along this journey, but you have to have the courage to open them up to get to that 100%. So it's all about having the courage and realizing that we have a governor. We have to push past that governor and past our own mind games.
Everything changed for me when I realized that we're not meant to feel excited and perfect all the time. I started accepting that where I am right now is where I'm genuinely meant to be. Tough days are all a part of the process. Lean into them. Bad days are also part of a very good and meaningful life. So on my toughest days, I think about getting through one more day, one more workout, one more rep.
So deciding as you look at your life, as you look into the future and say, what fears am I holding on to? What fears that I'm allowing to imprison me, that's keeping me from breaking out, that's keeping me from living up to my true potential, that's keeping me from really being happy, that's keeping me from having a sense of adventure and excitement in my life? What's keeping me from controlling my destiny? What fears that I'm giving that permission to? Notice what I said. That we must give our permission to fear.
Yo,
Because
what's
whatever
good?
discomfort you
382.
experience,
Appreciate
whatever challenges
those
and
words
difficulties
or
that
that
it
emoji of
is,
encouragement.
got
Thank
to
you so
have it.
much.
I've been waiting for people to start saying, like, oh, you put another picture of the sweat and of a squat rack. Really? But I don't know if they understand. I've been getting on that squat rack and grinding it out for 25 years. And I'm not bored with it yet.
it might seem like that's an unwinnable battle, but really to me, it's not about winning. It's the
Appreciate those kind words. Hopefully have a good day. 9382. Appreciate you.
Getting that rock to the top of the mountain. That's not what my goal is.
Make the dream come true, brother. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, Salamat sa Dios. Thank God. Gracias a Dios. Alhamdulillah. God gave me everything. This would not have been possible without the Spirit. I want to go ahead and give a message to the children. Believe in yourself. Don't fear failure. Dream big. Work hard. Stay positive. Enjoy the journey.
This isn't a hack. This has to be in you. Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you. Sometimes you can read a David Goggins book because I was all this shit and then a lot more fucked up. But if you don't have a little flame, just barely, you're done. I can't light it for you. And that's the harsh reality of this life that I want to get across so fucking bad and keep spending money and spending money and spending money with no results. You can wonder, wow, maybe let me go try out David Goggins. He ain't gonna fucking help you. You have to explore, examine the insides of yourself. And what do you really want out of life? Your friend and a lot of people out here just don't fucking want it. So guess what? Have fun with your life.
You don't have to feel good about it. You just have to keep going. The feeling will pass, but you will remain. You are greater than your feelings. Going to bed late and waking up early to work for a few days won't kill you. You're not going to burn out. You're doing what it takes. If you're one of those people that push work-life balance, just remember, the people who like working a lot don't care. I've never regretted trying harder at anything ever. Hard times last long, but an epic story feels like a lifetime.
V-Value. You want to know if you're talking about young men that might not have any direction right now? Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, I can tell you this is not a good move. This is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up. Move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're going to be more prepared for.
You figure that out along the way. Just get involved. Stay moving forward. Don't be stagnant. Don't allow that pond just to sit there in your backyard, with no movement. What is that pond? That's stagnant water. What grows in stagnant water? Algae and shit. Mosquitoes come and infest my shit. No one wants to come to your house and look at that shit. It smells like acid, get bitten. That's a bad day. Put a sprinkler on that motherfucker. Get some flow in that thing so it smells good, looks good. It's a visual oasis, soothing to the ear and the eye. I wouldn't ask good pond. I know it sounds like whatever, but that is it. That's life. That's someone who believes in themselves or who doesn't believe in themselves. And that's the birth of every success. That success is just showing up, guys. Just showing up.
These are the years when a man changes into the man he's going to become the rest of his life. Just be careful who you change into. This guy, Flash Thompson, he probably deserved what happened. But just because you can beat him up doesn't give me the right to. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
I can tell bad times are right around the corner again. I can tell by the emails I'm getting talking about I can't get a break in life. I hate that damn mentality about I can't get a break. You aren't given any breaks in life. You make them for yourself.
Actually,
You're all being tested in life. But my test is different than yours.
my favorite
You will be
anime.
tested. And how you face that test and how you overcome that test determines the
Don't
rest
laugh.
of your life.
I don't know if they
One
consider.
mentality that you must have
I don't know if
in
they
life
consider
is that
anime, but
regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind. I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete, but still I grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half that I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me in a dark alley, run at 1 o'clock in the morning, no one thing. I was grinding. Stay on. Go from 3 to 350 to 400 to 450 to 500 because you don't want it. And that's the harsh reality. I can't give you it. You can't give me it. I can give you ideas. At the end of the day, when I was losing the weight, I had to miserably wake up every morning cold. This is Indiana, November when it started. I was miserable. This is your new life. Take it or leave it. There's no happiness about it. There's no peace about it. It sucks. It just fucking sucks. And that's the one thing, if I could teach anybody anything, it just fucking sucks. It's going to continue to suck. And then one day you get to a special part in your life that it might get a little bit better.
I'm going to hit on the cynicism point. The world belongs to optimists. Because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen. Otherwise, it never will.
That's Sean Puri thing. The cynics get to be right, the optimists get to be rich.
Yeah. Like, if you look at it from a percentage of success rate, I've been wrong more times than I've been right. I've failed more times than I've succeeded. But you always succeed more and are right more in the big ways than the people who've been right all along and are wrong. Trevor says this, my editor, says 99% right and 100% wrong. So like they're right 99% of the time, but they're wrong 100% because the only thing that matters is the big one at the end.
How about you plan what you're going to do in the day? How about you bring your lunch to work with you so you don't have to eat a slice of pizza or a damn burger and fries? How about you change what time you get to work by showing up 10 minutes earlier and you square your gear away, or you dial in your tools or your desk or your workspace? That's what you need to do. You make those little changes, those little habits that you have to change them, those bad habits. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised the little things, the little changes, they add up. They become big things. Change the little things, and over time, you can change your life. But if you don't change what you're doing and how you do it, nothing else will change.
Do not give up. Do not feel like you're tired. Were you tired? Think of last year and think of that fucking record. Every time I get tired or I think I can't go no more, I'm thinking of that fucking record. That ain't us. We can make it. We got to believe. We got to be mentally strong. When we tired, that's when we got to put our fundamentals together. That's when we got to be more focused. When we tired, look across the field and see how tired they are. That should give you more effort. Be like, I'm going to beat his ass. I'm going to get fundamentally strong. Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired. That's when the real champions come out. That's when that real dog come out. Because if you go piss like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dog see. Let them on the fucking field. Have some heart. I get emotional about this. I'm about to cry because I care about y'all. Last year wasn't it.
My goal actually is pushing the rock. Because pushing the rock, that pushes me. That makes me tougher. That makes me
harder mentally and physically. It gives me much more than I give it. I want to struggle. I want to grind and claw and scratch, and I want to dig in, and I want to push. And I don't want it to end. If I ever got the rock to the top of the mountain and it stayed there, I'd push it back down myself. I don't want to rest, and I don't want to coast. And I want to reach a point in my life where I say, that's it. I've done enough. Inspire me to drive and push more and to push harder. That's what that rock does to me. So I say, dig in and get to pushing.
In my mind, I'm always the best. I don't care what people thinking, what they say. In my mind, I'm always the best. I'm always going to say that.
Why be normal when you can be the best? I don't want to be normal. I want to make the difference. So everything I do, I want to make the difference. Because when I make the difference, I'm the best. And that is not arrogance, that is confidence.
You see this guy here staring back at you? Yeah. That's your toughest opponent. Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and I do believe that in life.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it.
Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I say I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I can do anything. Anything in life that you put your mind to, you can do. The world is your oyster. That's all I tell people.
Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. So, just a mentality.
But for the whole world to see. And then once the world see it, there's nothing delusional about it. Now, your delusion becomes, oh, he was a genius. We didn't see it when he saw it. We didn't understand it when he did. We thought this mother was crazy. But he definitely always figured this thing was the thing to do, and he stuck by that.
To get anything of value, you have to sacrifice.
I know that, Dan, but I think if we continue down this road, it's going to be too detrimental for the kids. It's just too hard.
Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy. Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
Always afraid to take the first step because all you see is every negative thing 10 miles down the road. But you can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing. What are you passionate about? What do you want?
I always feel like I can do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. And I'm Kanye West at age 36.
One thing that I like that helped me is you're crazy until you're successful, then you're a genius. And I think for a lot of people, when you're grinding as a small channel, people think you're too obsessed. You're a weirdo. Stop only making videos. Like, get a life. Be realistic. People will convince you're out of your mind for wanting to do this. But then once you're successful, they're like, yo, your drive, your tenacity was great. But it's like, yeah, well, where was that back then? I didn't get that when I was a small channel. And so I think you're crazy until you're successful. Then you're a genius.
All you want to do is go back home. You want the warmth. You may want something to eat. You want your girl to hold you. All those things of comfort are there in that 1 second. And this is where people lose. So what I do in that 1 second, we all think about quitting, it's hard. But what you have to do in that 1 second is hard to process information during pain. Because that pain takes over and you can't think rationally. You're thinking about fight or flight, save yourself. That's not a rational thought. It's not a thought that's going to get you through hard times.
as a competitor, if you're trying to do something meaningful, if you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you've failed already. So if you don't have the mindset that you are the best reporter ever, then you already failed. And that's been my mindset since I can remember. That will be my mindset as long as I can remember anything, that I am the best ever at what I do. And every day that I step on the basketball floor, I will strive to be that. But my mindset will always be as such, as I am the best to do what I do. And that'll give me a shot at being the best.
Never stop fighting. No matter what anyone says, no matter how they try to compromise you, compromise your vision. If it's in your gut, if it's in your soul, there's nothing, there's no worldly possessions that should come between you and your expression. As a race, human beings, we're a blip in existence. Death is promised. So what do you do with your life? How do you make the most of it? How do you make your voice the loudest?
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, you don't really love it, you're going to give up.
It's not a bad thing to be unique. It's not a bad thing to be different. It's not a bad thing to be comfortable with yourself, regardless of what everybody else around you is doing.
400 trillion to 1. When you understand that math, how can't you live your life? That's how rare it is to be a human being. And what are you waiting for? Like, you've been given this ridiculous triple miracle. Like, you're literally more likely to win the lotto 10 times in your life than actually have a life. So I ask you, my friends, with this one life, you're going to sit on your couch and dwell. You're going to be upset about some shortcoming. You're going to be upset about that thing that happened last week that fucked you up. I'm asking you, I'm promising you, please take this swing. Make this at bat. I am so tired of people stopping because their uncle critiqued them, or their mom made fun of them along the way, or their girlfriend doesn't think that they can do it. You've got one at bat, 400 trillion to 1. Please do something about it. We are living through the greatest era to be alive ever. Yes, there's stuff. I got news for you. There's always stuff. But when you take control of your at bat, when you put it all on yourself, when it's your fault and your wins, when you own it, that's when it starts happening. So please, please squeeze the shit out of your one life.
I felt like everybody had written me off after those air balls. And I got home, it's probably like 3 in the morning. And I went down to the high school, which is down the street from our house. And the janitor let me in the gym. And I shot all day. All day. I mean, all day. And this is right after that playoff game. And I didn't leave the gym. I just kept shooting and practicing. And I got a chance to let out the steam of disappointing my teammates and millions of fans. I got a chance to let all that out instead of bottling it up and envision that moment over and over and over and over and over.
Do you think Michael Jordan was just interested in winning championships? You think Kobe Bryant was just interested in basketball? You think Jeff Bezos was just interested in shipping packages? You think Elon Musk is just interested in whatever the hell he's interested in today? Those individuals are obsessed. They are obsessed. In order to be the best, in order to reach that next level, you can no longer be interested. Interested is a hobby. You can be interested in many things. Oh, I'm interested in reading. I'm interested in gardening. I'm interested in cars.
You can fall in and out of your interest, but your obsession stays with you all the time. You have to become obsessed.
Just keep stacking days. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change. But my coach used to always say, everything that you want is on the other side of hard. Right? He had another, I think I said in the book, he said, reps removed doubt. Right? Reps removed doubt. My biggest frustration with my son used to be, we would go outside at the house and he would shoot a shot and he'd be mad. He'd be like, dang. We're like, what you mad for? You don't get up enough reps. You know, so
Those are the only things you can control anyway.
Yep.
Your effort and the consistency of your effort. Right. There's a quote in the book that I love, which is, "Hard work is my preferred language, and I try to speak it fluently." Like that's.
So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself. So that's the only purpose I need. So the reason I get up every day, there's no races, there's no school, there's nothing in front of me, is because I have pride in myself.
It's like, yo, sometimes you have to realize, like, yo, this is it. It's happening now, And this moment decides the longevity of this whole thing. So, some mornings you gotta wake up and be like, yo, this is my thing, not anyone else's. No one can talk to me.
I'm a big believer that you should only listen to somebody or take advice from people who have bigger dreams for your life than you do. And I think most people don't have bigger dreams for you, which just means that for me, like, their advice is invalid.
Before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great. It don't matter how much you feel like it ain't gonna work. Delusion. Complete delusion. You gotta believe the delusion. Because it's only delusional until it works. So is it really delusional?
But the truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there.
Hey Sam, just talk. But here I am walking. Where's everybody else? I'm here.
A mother only gonna call it delusion until it don't work for nobody else to see.
Hunter, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car. You didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it. You called it.
Yeah, from nothing to something to everything. So that's where I am right now.
It's all in your mind. Whatever you hold in your mind will tend to occur in your life. If you continue to believe as you have always believed, you will continue to act as you have always acted. You will continue to get what you have always gotten. If you want different results in your life or your work, all you have to do is change your mind.
There's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have. As I sit here before you right now, as honestly as I can say it to you, I truly believe that I could be the president if I wanted to. And as bizarre as that may sound to people that have traveled the path before me and to people who actually know how difficult it is,